Next, audit risk. Audit risk is simply the risk that the auditor gets it wrong. But what wrong opinion really mean? And also probability of issuing the wrong opinion. Well, first, we need to recognize that an audit provides reasonable assurance, not absolute assurance or guarantee. Secondly, the opinion states that the financial statements are free from material misstatement. Not all misstatement, just materials one. Now, audits are fraught with uncertainty, which gives rise to risk. How the auditors deal with risk is one of the utmost importance. Audit work is directed on the areas that pose the greatest risk. The audit risk model is generally accepted as the conceptual model for assessing risk, evaluating it, and ultimately reducing it through the gathering of audit evidence. Obviously, auditors don't want to get opinions wrong all that often, so the public accounting firms strive to minimize this risk to the extent possible, trading off cost-benefit considerations. The audit risk model is represented by the equation audit risk equal to inherent risk time control risk time the plan detection risk or detection risk. For many firms, the quantified tolerance audit risk is 5% or lower on assurance is because the complement of audit risk that is 1 minus audit risk. Our auto assurance is therefore 95%. Thus, auditor can say that they have issued the right opinion. Now, generally speaking, the more risky the engagement, the lower the audit risk the auditors are willing to take on. The risky engagement, for example, one where a company has a high likelihood of failure exposes the auditor to great threats of litigation. Key engagement to consider in assessing engagement risks are the degree to which the external user will rely on the financial statement. The higher the reliance, the greater the engagement risk. The weaker the client's financial strength, the greater the engagement risk. And management integrity. The less integrity, the greater the engagement risk. So, in highly risky engagement, the auditors may try to minimize audit risk to only 1 to 2% rather than 5%. Now, let's go to the risk model. Let's move to the side of the equation sign and define the other element of the model. First, we have inherent risk. Inherent risk is the material misstatement might occur assuming no internal control exists, so it requires more professional judgment as list of evidence available. Now, let's identify the major factors that the auditor should consider when assessing inherent risks: nature of client business, nature of data processing, complexity, inactive management, management integrity, client's motivation, result from prior audits, new engagement, related party transaction, non-routine transaction, high judgment, susceptibility to theft. Now, let's take a look for some example. Complexity and sloppy management practices always raises inherent risk. New engagement are by their nature more risky as the auditors lack familiarity with the client and their business. So, for new clients, inherent risk is often higher. Non-routine transactions bring with them a greater inherent risk as a clients often lack experience in recording and reporting such transactions. Some factors will affect many or perhaps all the cycle, such as management integrity.